stress testing. If I'm taking with stress testing, so that particular stress testing, doing the testing by increasing the time. The load will be the same, number of users will be the same, you will be increasing the time. Like assume that 50,000 users. 50,000 users you tested for 5 minutes. Then the same 50,000 users 10 minutes, the 50,000 users 20 minutes, half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hour. I mean, you will be increasing the type and you will be doing the testing that you will be taking with stress testing. So one you will be taking with load testing and another one you will be taking with stress testing. So one you will be taking with load testing and another one you will be taking with stress testing. So if you want to be get perform, if you want to be get perform this kind of testing, if you want to be get, if you want to be get perform, if you want to be get perform this kind of testing manually, we cannot do it, right? If you want to be get, if you want to be get, do this particular testing manually, we cannot do it because you have to do this testing like more number of users, like 100 users, 10,000 users, 1 lakh users. So that many users getting with the real people. Like assume that you want to test that application with 1 lakh users. So having 1 lakh members at a time and accessing the application, which is not like a very easy because of that this particular one always you will be taking care about in utilizing the tools. In that, a number of tools are there in the market, related to performance testing. In the market related to performance testing, a number of tools are there. Okay, so there are a number of tools are there, right? So a number of tools are there. In that, if I'm taking with the tool, in that, if I'm taking with the tool, the one you will be taking with load runner, the one you will be taking with load runner, and another one which you will be taking with JMeter. The one you will be taking with load runner and the one you will be taking with JMeter, right? So if I'm taking with this particular tools, not like only two, there are a lot of things are there, lot of tools are there, but mainly in the market, we can consider that load runner and we can consider that JMeter. In that also, this load runner, in that also, this particular load runner tool, in that also, that particular load runner tool, we can say that paid tool here and taking with JMeter considering that open source. One will be taking with load runner paid tool, another one will be taking with JMeter considering that open source here. I mean, paid tool as usual, same. You need to take the license from that particular respective companies and then you need to start working with the tool here. But in case of JMeter, you can considering the open source here, right? So for that, we got the more preference with JMeter. We need to take care about in getting started. working with the JMeter tool. But if you want to work with, this particular JMeter tool to get started, working with JMeter tool, you have to take care about, you need to take care about JMeter installation. You have to take care about JMeter installation. To work with this particular tool, you have to take care about the JMeter installation. So in that particular JMeter installation, first step, you will be taking care about download and install, JDK.exe. The very first step we need to be done, download and install JDK.exe. And another one, you need to take care about, and another one you need to be taking care about in mentioning the taking with the second step, which you will be taking with, that particular respective second step, mentioning the download and copy, Apache JMeter. Download and copy Apache JMeter. This is what you need to take care about the installation. Once installation is done, once that particular JMeter available, it's like just in a zip file. If I'm taking with that particular respective JMeter, that you will be taking with that particular zip file, you need to extract it. Once you extract, you will be taking with bin folder. Once you done with the extract, you will be taking with that particular bin folder. In that particular bin folder, you will be taking with the file, the one you will be taking with JMeter. You will be taking with the file that you will be taking with JMeter, right? So you need to be take care about that you will be taking with JMeter, right? So now you need to take care about, you have to take care about and open with the tool. You need to take care about and open that particular tool and need to be start. You need to be start working with the tool here, right? So this is how you will be getting with, this is how you will be taking with your JMeter UI. So this is how you will be getting with this particular JMeter tool. So in this particular one, you have to take care about, in this particular one, you need to be take care about in performing all that particular respective activities. So let's see that how exactly, we can take care about, let's see that how exactly we can take care about in performing these particular respective things. How we can take care about in working with the tool, right? Okay. Now, to get start working with the tool, this particular performance testing, we can take care about. This particular performance testing, we can take care about in implementing. We can take care about in implementing, doing performance testing for whole application. What is it? Whole application. We can do performance testing. We can do performance testing for whole application. In the same way, we can do the performance testing for particular page. We can do performance testing for particular page. So one will be considering that the whole application. The one will be considering that the whole application, and the one will be considering that particular page. If I'm taking with the whole application for doing performance testing for utilizing with base URL, you have to take care about in utilizing the base URL. The meaning of base URL, which we can say that which is constant. Okay, right? So which you can say that which is constant. The meaning of base URL, we can say that which is constant, right? And after that, you will be taking with page. If I'm taking with this particular page, if I'm taking with the page, we need to take care about in utilizing with absolute URL. Which I will be taking care about in utilizing with absolute URL, that is which need to be get mentioning the whole URL, which need to be get mentioning the whole URL. So one you will be taking with whole application considering the base URL which is constant. Another one you will be taking with page absolute URL considering the whole URL. So we can take care about in doing this particular performance testing, the one you will be taking with whole application and the one you will be taking with particular page. And even we got one more option that you will be taking with multiple pages. One you can take care about multiple pages. This particular one, it has been done with the help of recording. So you are not worried about on that, but that is also one option is available. Mainly will be taking care about the whole application. So if you want to test, if you want to do the performance testing for the whole application, what exactly the steps need to be followed, that is what we need to be look into that. Okay, right. So this is how we need to be get started. So if you want to get start, performance testing, you need to take care about, in doing, you need to be get taking care about in doing that particular respective. You need to be get take care about in doing that particular respective steps to be followed. So in that particular step, if I'm taking with that particular respective step, the one you will be taking with Eclipse. I mean, I'm talking about the previous one. Previously, when you're working with the automation part, we followed some step like first we will be taking with Eclipse. Under Eclipse, we got that particular Eclipse. Under Eclipse, we need to be get taking care about. In creating with project. Under project, we need to be get taking care about in creating with package. Under package, we need to be get take care about creating with the class. Under the class, will take care about in writing that particular code. So when you're working our particular Selenium programming, not like Selenium programming and even Java also, we need to be get take care about and followed with these particular steps, right? So if I'm taking with that particular Selenium programming or I will be taking with the Java programming, we need to be get followed that particular respective steps here. In the same way, we got an option. In the same way, we got an option taking with this particular JMeter. In the same way, we are taking care about using with the option that will be taking with JMeter. So that particular respective JMeter, that particular respective JMeter, what are the steps need to be followed? The one you will be taking with JMeter. The one you will be taking with JMeter. Under JMeter, that is one tool. JMeter, you are considering the one particular tool. Under that particular tool, you are taking care about, in considering the test plan. You are taking care about in considering the test plan. Right? So the one you will be taking with JMeter, the one you will be taking with JMeter, and then taking care about in having test plan. In having test plan. Under the test plan, you are taking care about JMeter and then taking care about test plan. Right? So that particular test plan, if I'm taking with test plan, under the test plan, you will be taking care about in creating with thread group. You will take care about in creating with thread group. Under the thread group, you will be taking care about in creating with sampler. Under the thread group, you will take care about in creating with sampler. And under the sampler, so under the sampler, you will take care about, you will be taking care about in creating. Under the sampler, you will be taking care about, in creating with listener here. So this is what the steps need to be followed. This is what the steps need to be followed when you're taking with these particular respective JMeter. So while working the respective JMeter, one you will be taking with test plan. Under that, you will be taking with thread group. Under that, you will be taking sampler. And under that, you will be taking with listener. And if I'm taking these particular things, if I'm taking with the JMeter, considering that one particular tool. JMeter considering that one particular tool. Test plan, we can say that to perform any activity, to perform any activity in tool, to get perform any activity in tool, we can utilize this particular taking with that you will be taking with mentioning about test plan. If I'm taking with the test plan, we can say that to perform any activity, to perform any activity in tool, you will be taking with test plan here. Right? So to perform any activity, in tool, you will be taking care about the test plan here. So and then you will be taking with thread group, which you will be taking with thread group. If I'm taking with the thread group, the meaning of thread group, nothing but number of users here. Number of, we can say that virtual users. The meaning of this particular thread group, we can say that number of virtual users here. So the one you will be taking with JMeter, and the one you will be taking with test plan, and then taking with thread group. Right? So this particular thread group, we can say that number of virtual users here. And then you will be taking with, sampler, which you will be taking with, sampler. So you need to be take care about, in providing with sampler. So if I'm taking with sampler, which we can say that to create different type of request. To create different type of request, you will be taking with sampler. Right? So which you will be taking with, okay. So which you will be taking with, considering that, this particular sampler. If I'm taking with the sampler, we need to be get mentioning that to create different type of request for server. In the same way, you will be taking with listener. In the same way, you will be taking with listener, we can consider that predefined reports. As part of performance testing, you will be taking care about in having that particular respective predefined reports here. So as part of that particular respective performance testing, you will be taking care about in having that particular respective predefined reports here. So this is what the steps need to be followed. The one you will be taking with JMeter, and then taking with test plan, and then taking with thread group, and then taking with sampler, and then taking with listener. Right? Now, let's see that how exactly we can take care about in performing these particular steps. Let's see that how exactly we can take care about in performing these particular respective steps here. Right? Okay. Right. Let's look into that. How we can take care about in performing these particular steps here. For that, first we will be taking with the tool. By default, you got in a test plan. If required, you can take with the new, which it will be creating that particular respective test plan here. So now, first we got in a JMeter. JMeter is one particular tool. Under JMeter, you are taking with test plan. Under JMeter, you are taking with test plan. So that particular test plan, right? So that particular respective test plan, you need to take care about providing some name. You can provide any of the name. According to your comfortable, according to your comfortable, you can provide any of the name here. And the comments also, if required, according to your comfortable, you can provide any of the name. That particular respective comments also, you can provide any of the comments here. That you will be taking with test plan. As test plan has been done, under the test plan, you have to go with thread group. Under the test plan, you have to take with thread group. See that. I'm just doing right click on test plan. I'm just doing right click on test plan. See that. This is what you got in a test plan. This is what you got in a test plan. If I'm taking with, if I'm taking with that particular test plan, you will be taking with right click on test plan. Once you done with right click on test plan, you will be taking with add, which need to be get, taking with add. That particular add, you will be taking with users. The threads are nothing but users. That you will be taking with thread group. That you will be taking thread group. So what are the steps need to be followed? Doing with right click on the test plan and taking with add. From the add, you will be taking with users, and from that you will be taking with, sorry, from that you will be taking with that particular thread group here. So now you need to be take care about doing the thread group. You have to provide all the required details in that particular thread group. You need to be provide, all the details here. So what need to be provided? That particular thread group, you need to be provide, by giving with the name, right? So you can provide any of the name according to your comfortable. According to your comfortable, you can provide any of the name based on your comfortable, you can provide any of the name here, right? Then you will be taking with, comments. Then you will take care about in providing that particular respective comments according to your comfortable. You can take care about that particular respective comments based on your comfortable, right? So and then you will be taking with option in case of error. While executing any error, either need to be continued one option, otherwise it has to take care about in starting with next thread loop. Either it has to take care about in taking with the next loop, or it's need to be take care about, in stopping that particular thread. It has to take care about in stopping that particular thread, or it's need to be stopping the test. It's need to be totally stopping the test just for the time being, need to be stop test now. For the time being, need to be stop test now. So it depends on that. So according to that particular requirement, we can take care about, in utilizing the required option that you will be taking with continue. And then you will be taking care about thread properties. Under that number of threads, nothing but users. So this is what you're taking care about in doing load testing. For example, I'll be giving the 10 and I will see that how the results provided, and I will see that 100. You are increasing number of users. You are increasing number of users that you will be taking with 100, and I will see that how it will be working. And after that, you can take care about 550,000, whatever it can be. So according to that particular project, based on that particular client requirement, according to that particular project, based on that particular client requirement, based on that particular client requirement, you can take care about. Based on that particular client requirement, you can take care about and utilizing. You can take care about and utilizing any of that particular number of users here. Okay, so that will be taking with number of threads. Okay. And after that, you will be taking with ramp up period. I mean, the meaning of that ramp up period, nothing but ramp up time. So indirectly, that is the time. So that ramp up time, in case of you are taking with the ramp up time is delay between one user to another user. So the delay between one user to another user. So the delay between one user to another user, how it will be done. So that will be taking with, that will be considering that, taking care about and mentioning that particular one. And taking with the loop count, which will be taking with, the loop count. I mean, this 20 users at a time they need to test it, or they need to go with multiple times. The loop count it can provide. For example, I'm giving with the other two. So if I'm giving that particular 2, that particular 20, it will be taking with the 2 times here. I mean, the loop count you have been provided as a 2, which it will be taking with 2 times here. Right? So, and then you can go with the required settings. So this is how you have an option taking care about and giving with the setting in case of stress testing. This count will be the same. You can increase with the duration, considering that 5 seconds, 50 seconds, 100 seconds. So you can take care about in increasing that particular duration, that will be considering the stress testing. So this is what you will be taking care about in having with thread group. First you will be taking with test plan. And then you will be taking care about thread group. After thread group, under thread group, you will be taking with sampler. Under thread group, you will be taking with sampler. Right? So that particular sampler is nothing but different type of request. That particular sampler is nothing but different type of request. If I'm taking with that particular sampler, that will be considering the different type of request. In that, we are taking care about web application. That will be taking with HTTP request. Right? So which it will be taking care about that particular HTTP, right? So which will be taking with HTTP request, right? So for that, if I'm taking that particular sampler, you need to be get provide the name. You need to be get provide with the name. So that particular name, you can provide anything. That particular name, you can provide anything. So as usual, I will be continued on that. Then you will be taking with that particular comment section. Then you will be taking with that particular respective comment section. You can go with that particular comments, what you want to provide. You can just provide that particular respective comment section, right? So which you can just take care about, which you can just take care about in providing that particular respective comment section, right? And after that, you need to be get take care about. After that, you need to be get take care about in having this particular details need to be provided that you will be taking with protocol, right? So we need to be get provide the protocol. Nothing but is that your website, the application, what you are testing, the application, what you are testing, is that HTTP or HTTPS? What exactly your URL? For example, if you are taking with our application, if I'm taking with, if I'm taking with our application, that is which is related to HTTP, right? So you can see that if you just look into this URL, if you just if you just take care about if you just take care about looking into this particular URL, right? If you are just taking care about, if you are just taking care about looking into this particular respective URL. So you can see here it is mentioned as HTTP, right? So this is what you need to be get mentioned. We need to be get considering that providing that particular protocol details. After that, you need to be get provide the server name. We need to be get provide the server name. So the server name, as we are taking care about, as we are taking care about the whole application. First we are taking care about, first we are taking care about the whole application. When you want to test or when you want to do the performance testing for whole application, you will be considering the base URL. Base URL, base URL is nothing but which is constant. Base URL is nothing but which is constant. I mean, in this URL, this particular part, this is like constant. HTTP, that is already we provided. We are already given the protocol detail. HTTP, we are already given that protocol. Just you need to be get provide the base URL. You need to take care about, you need to take care about in providing that particular respective base URL. After that, we got in a port number. This port number in general, the meaning of port number is which is consist of 4 digit. Whenever you are taking with the port number which is consist of 4 digit. Sometime in some of the URLs, in some of the URL, like after server address or after URL, you will be able you will be able to see like in a port number 8080 4444, different type of port numbers will be there. Different type of port numbers will be there. In simple, we can say that in a very simple, we can say that that particular port number, which is consist of 4 digit. right? So which is consist of four digit. If I'm taking that particular respective, if I'm taking with that particular respective port number, if I'm taking with that particular respective port number, which is consist of that particular four digit. For now, according to our application, according to our application, in our application URL, in our application URL, there is no concept of that particular four digit, right? So there is no concept of that particular respective four digit here, right? So because of that, not required to provide, not required to provide. And then you will be taking with HTTP request. We are not worried about all the things here. We'll take care about get request. Lot of other things will be there. Lot of other things will be where you are not worried about all the things here. You have to take care about get request. And after that, you got in a path. In case of you want to do performance testing for specific path, if you want to do performance testing for specific path, then you can take care about, particular page, then you can take care about utilizing the path. For now, we are considering that whole application. For now, we are considering that the whole application, we are not worried about on this. Okay, so now we got the steps of taking with the test plan and then thread group and taking with sampler. Finally, we need to take care about listener. We need to take care about listener, that will be taking with different type of listeners will be there. Nothing but predefined report. That listener is nothing but we can take care about predefined reports. Lot of reports will be there. Lot of reports will be there. In that mainly will take care about in that mainly we need to take care about in providing tree view. The one you will be taking with the results in tree format, and another one results in tree format, and another one summary report, another one summary report. One you will be taking with tree view, and another one you will be taking with summary report, and then you will be taking care about in providing one more, that you will be taking with the table format. View results in table format. So these three are very regularly. These three are we used to be get prefer, not like mandatory. It's not like mandatory, but we need to be get prefer to go with this particular report here. So one you will be taking with tree view, and one you will be taking with summary report, and then taking with view results in table. So this is how we need to take care about. This is how we need to be get take care about in providing these particular respective statements here. Right? So now you can see that. So now we got all the steps here. We got JMeter, we got in a test plan, we got in a thread group, we got in a sampler, and we got in a listener. Now let's go with the execution. So how many users we provided? 20 users. Considering with whole application, we provided base URL. So 20 users at a time, 20 users at a time accessing that application, how the performance will be done. So how much time it will be taking. In that, we given the loop count. We given the loop count is 2. That means it will consider 20 into 2, 20 into 2, indirectly it will consider like 40 users. Indirectly, it will be considering that indirectly, it will be considering that in taking with 40 users. Right? So that is what you will be taking care about. That is what you need to be take care about in providing that particular results. Okay. So now see here, let's go with in doing with the execution. Let's take care about in doing that particular respective execution. But before doing the execution, we have to take care about in performing the save activity. We need to take care about in doing or performing that particular respective save activity need to be done, which you will be doing with the save. Now we're done with all the steps. Let's go with the execution. That execution we need to take care about. Click on this run. That execution we need to take care about. The execution we need to take care about and click on that particular start. Once you click on that particular start, now we can see here, you will be able to see all the results has been done. Now, see that this is like one user. Each and every particular user, you can say that the starting time, load time in the milliseconds, how much time it has been taken, what is the connection time, what is the difference, that internet. Because as you are taking web applications, internet is mandatory, right? So how much internet it has been using, that it will be taking with internet. So and then finally it will be saying that that particular response code is 200 and the response message is okay. That means from the server you got a response here. So this is how for each and every user, how much time it was taking, it will be providing all that particular page. So now I can see here he got an error. Right? So that means, so by that, if you provide these particular results, then they can understand the required developer will be looking into that. So what exactly the time difference is there. So according to that, we have a chance of in providing the required solutions here. In the same way, this is like tree view and we got summary report. So totally it has been considering that 40 users. So totally it has been considering that 40 users. That particular 40 users you will be taking with average speed, minimum, maximum, difference, right? So all the information provided, then you will be taking with table. So the results in a format of table, it will be providing it. The totally 40 here. So this is how you are taking care about in doing the required performance testing. For example, I'll clear all the results. Well, take care about in clearing with all the results. Well, take care about in clear all the results and then taking with this particular thread group that I will be taking with 50. So this is what you will do the performance testing. You need to increase, that particular number of users. You need to be get increase that particular number of users and then taking care about doing that particular performance testing. So as you are increasing that particular number of users that you got considering that 50. So here just to understand, I'm taking 10, 50, 100. But when you take with it the real time, it's not like you will be doing with the less number of 10 or 20 or 50. I'll go with more number of users, because that is what the performance, right? Like 10,000 users, 1 lakh users, 50,000 users. You will be testing that with the more number of users, and they will be coming up with where exactly the issues we got it. Right? Okay. So let me try this particular 50 users, indirectly 100 users here. So we clear the results. Again, we'll be executing. Then it has to take care about. Now we can see as I got increase with the more number of users, you're able to see more failures here. Previously, we got less failures are there, but now you got in a more failures. I mean, at a time, this is like whole application. The whole application you're trying to go with at a time, then how it is working, that is what it will be taking with performance here. Now, I'll clear the results. I'll be clearing all the results here. And then I'll take care about, and then I'll take care about, right? So which need to be get taking care about in doing for particular page. In this whole application, I want to take care about particular page. For example, we got in a login page that 100 users or that 50 users at a time they are accessing at a time they are accessing. In case at a time they are accessing only this particular page, not like whole application, then how it will be working. Let's see that. Further, you will be taking with this particular tool, and you will take care about in providing, not like all the things here, just you will be providing the path. Now, the meaning is this is like all application, the base URL. From this application, it has to go with this particular page. So at a time that multiple users, at a time that multiple users, right? So at a time that particular multiple users accessing, at a time that particular multiple users accessing that particular application, accessing that particular application. So how it will be done? That will be taking with, that will be taking with that will be considering that taking care about, that will be taking care about in having this particular page. Let's see that in executing. So let's see that how we can take care about in executing. So that what is the thread group we given? 50. 50 into 2 considering that 100. So 100 users at a time accessing that page. Now we can see this is only one particular page, right? There is no failures at all. Previously, the whole application, more failures he got. Now only one page. That means the burden will be little bit less, right? So on the server, when you're taking the only one particular page, the burden will be little bit, the load will be less. Because of that, it has not given any error. All the requests are success, which you will be taking with 100. So 100 requests. If I'm taking with 100 requests, so all that particular 100 requests are success. So this is how we have a possibility in taking care about. This is how you can take care about and considering that utilizing with JMeter with the respective of performance testing. It's not like you guys will be doing it. It's not like you guys will do this. You never involve in this kind of testing. Just as part of the knowledge, we have been given this particular JMeter. So mainly the manual and automation, that manual testing and Selenium. So that part need to be comfortable. Okay. So by this, I'm stopping all the technical concepts here. So by this, I'm stopping all the technical concepts here. So we need to take care about the resume discussion. Like in case of testing, I'm not talking about